Welcome back to BookShortz, your go-to channel for powerful book summaries that hit deep and stay with you long after the final word. Today we're diving into a raw and courageous memoir that doesn't just tell a story, it demands to be heard. Deep Dark Blue by Polo Tate is not your average coming-of-age tale. It's a fearless account of trauma survival and the strength it takes to reclaim your voice when the world tries to silence it. If you're ready for a story that will challenge, move you, and ultimately inspire you, stick around because this one's unforgettable. And hey, if you love getting powerful book summaries like this in just minutes, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a moment here at BookShortz. Let's get into it. In the deepest silence of pain, sometimes the loudest truths are born. That's the haunting undertone of Polo Tate's Deep Dark Blue, a raw, fearless memoir that tears open the hidden corners of one of America's most respected institutions, the United States Air Force Academy. It's not just a story of survival, but a defiant act of reclaiming identity, courage, and voice. This isn't a story told in whispers or polite half-truths. It's a war cry, a stand, a breathless dive into the abyss, and the powerful rise out of it. Polo Tate seemed destined for greatness. She was disciplined, strong, determined, and burning with a passion to serve her country. From the outside, everything lined up. Her athleticism, her intellect, her integrity, all the traits the Air Force Academy claimed to prize. It was her dream. But dreams can sometimes mask nightmares. And behind the polished gates of the academy, Polo discovered a brutal reality she never imagined. The book begins with hope. Polo, a confident young woman, enters the academy, brimming with pride, eager to become part of something greater than herself. She has trained for this moment. Her father, a former Marine, instilled in her a deep sense of discipline and resilience. This is supposed to be the beginning of a bright future. Instead, it becomes the battleground for her soul. What follows is a harrowing descent. Polo quickly realizes that the values promoted on the Academy's brochures, honor, courage, and respect, often vanish behind closed doors. She is plunged into an environment of ruthless psychological torment, where breaking down cadets is seen as a necessary rite of passage. The training is brutal, but it's not just the physical demands that shake her. It's the culture of silence, intimidation, and shame that threatens to suffocate her. She endures grueling hazing, endless verbal degradation, and most tragically repeated sexual assaults by those who are supposed to be her protectors. The abuse isn't an isolated incident. It's systemic and suffocating. Polo tries to speak out. She tries to fight. But the very system she trusted turns on her, gaslighting, her blaming her, crushing her spirit with bureaucracy and denial. This is not a book that shies away from the graphic nature of trauma. Tate writes with searing honesty about what it feels like to be betrayed, not just by individuals, but by an institution that pledges to uphold justice. The details are painful but necessary. They are told not for shock, but for truth. Because for too long, stories like Polo's have been buried under metal's ranks and tradition. But what makes Deep Dark Blue so powerful is that it's not just a chronicle of trauma. It's a declaration of survival. Amid the darkest chapters, Polo discovers a light within herself that refuses to go out. When her trust in others crumbles, she learns to trust her own voice. When the institution she revered turns into a cage, she chooses freedom. She walks away from the academy not with shame, but with fierce clarity. She refuses to let the worst thing that happened to her define her. The title Deep Dark Blue isn't just a reference to the color of Air Force uniforms. It's a metaphor for the emotional and spiritual depths Polo dives into to reclaim herself. Blue is the color of loyalty, of duty, of honor. But in her journey, it becomes the color of sorrow, isolation, and finally of transformation. She reshapes what it means to be strong. Strength, she learns, is not silence. It's speaking out. It's choosing to heal. It's surviving when the world says you shouldn't. One of the most riveting parts of the memoir is Polo's unflinching exploration of trauma and identity. She doesn't pretend to be perfect or invincible. She invites readers into her internal world, her confusion, her fear, her guilt, and ultimately her empowerment. She grapples with questions many survivors face. Was it my fault? Am I broken? Can I be whole again? And through this honest reckoning, she gives permission to others to ask the same questions without shame. There are no shortcuts to healing in this story. Polo doesn't claim to have all the answers. But what she offers is invaluable: validation, solidarity, and truth. She finds therapy in writing in community, in speaking her truth again and again, until it no longer holds power over her. Her journey is a roadmap for others who are trying to find their way back to themselves after trauma. Her voice is poetic yet sharp. There's a rhythm to her words that pulls you in like waves crashing on a shore. She mixes humor and heartbreak, resilience and rage. She's not trying to make you comfortable. She's trying to make you understand, to feel, to wake up, and in doing so she transforms pain into power. Throughout the memoir, Polo dismantles the myth that strength means silence, that loyalty means complicity, that institutions are infallible. She challenges readers to think deeper about what it means to serve a country, what it means to protect one another, and what it truly means to lead with honor. The emotional climax of the book is not a dramatic confrontation or a courtroom victory. It's a quiet decision. Polo choosing herself, choosing to leave, choosing to live. It's in that moment you realize the full weight of her courage. She walked away from the dream of becoming an Air Force officer, but walked into something far more meaningful: her truth, her healing, her voice. Deep Dark Blue isn't just a memoir. It's a movement. It's a call for change. It forces us to confront uncomfortable realities about how we treat survivors, how we uphold or ignore toxic systems, and how we define justice. Polo Tate didn't set out to be a hero, but by telling her story, she becomes one. The book closes not with vengeance, but with peace. Polo doesn't need revenge. She needs freedom. And she earns it. Word by word, step by step, scar by scar. She rises, not because the world got better, but because she got stronger. If you're looking for a story that will shake you, wake you, and inspire you, Deep Dark Blue is it. It's more than just a memoir of assault and survival. It's a manifesto for reclaiming agency, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, and a reminder that even in the deepest, darkest blue, we can still find our light. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link on description. Thank you.